Yeah, hello Mayur.
Yeah, hi. I'm audible.
Hi. Yeah, audible as well.
Yeah, your class is
So,
started already or what?
yeah, just now is going to start. Okay.
Also, in BGPs and DHCPs and OSPFs, you can.
Sure. After IP addressing, then start the protocol RIP in one class, and another class will be EIGRP, and more focus in deep drive OSPF, BGP, and part of the MPLS also,
Yes.
and in routing switching. And we have switching also for the layer 2 and layer 3 protocol, how to it work. We will just discuss
Okay.
in deep drive. Okay. So I'll start only. It's a reminder 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, start. So basically, today we discuss basic about the IP addressing. So what is an IP address? Do you know what is the IP address?
Internet protocol.
It's a internet protocol.
Mm.
Okay. So you said it's a internet protocol. So what is the
Eh,
definition? I just want to exactly the definition. Okay. So let me explain the
that is
definition of
the.
IP address. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, you can tell it.
Internet protocol. So IP means internet protocol, right? So internet protocol, it's a like a address a unique number. Unique number means like there is any device here. So this device have a unique MAC address and unique IP address. Same. This is a router or it's a router or switch. So this is a router. Okay.
Mm.
And router IP addressing what does actually it's provide a unique number assigned to every device on a network for identification or communication. So if I like I have many routers. There's a many routers. Like there are a many routers. It's more than three routers. Okay. So if I want, I say this is a router. Okay, I will just give a number so that it will router one, router two, and router three. So there is a three router. Okay. So we have a network in their topology. So if I say how I know the router one is communicating here in a network. So these is there is a unique MAC address of this device and IP address also unique. So that so that they will know and each other they will talk to each other. Like if I have an address, so my home like a home address is my home address is Delhi, and one of the home address is within the Delhi or outside of Delhi, some of there. So there is a two address. If anyone to know, if I say Mayur, I want to come here in your house for visit, then you give me an address, right? So address will know the identification of mine, where I belong, where I live. Okay. So this is the unique number. So every device have a unique number. So that's why we just need to IP addressing for the network communication. And IP address there is a format have a IP version 4 and IP version 6. So this is the IP version 4. IP version 4 have a 8 bits. It's a, each active. Like there is a there have a 000 that form. So this is each active have 8 bits. To total is 32 bits. Okay. The total is 32 bits. And for IPv6, we talk about the later about the IPv6. But IPv6 have a four digit, and there is a block size is 16, and hexa it's a 4 bits. So it will be 8, and the total will be 128. And if talk about like each octet is 8 bits, and total bits will be 32 bits. So there will be, I think, 4 and 4.5 million possible address for IP version 4. And if we talk about the public, so public use for the internet and private IP. So okay, so there is also have a okay. So current is, you can see here, current is IP version 4. It's a 32 bits. So IP version every, you see, it's a every device in a network need a unique address of communication. So same if like here, if this device have unique address, and this also device have a unique address, and router 3 have also unique address. So if we do the routing for the communication, then it will be talk to each other and share the information to each other. Okay. And if we say there is a, we will focus IP version 4, and IP version 6 will be discussed in separate session. So 32 bits, it's divided into 4 octet. And if we talk like so I think, did you aware the IP version 4? So there is a IP address classes. So IP address classes originally divided into the classes. Now it is replaced by CIDR. So CIDR, there is, you can see here, it's a class A IP address, it's a class B IP address, and it's a class C IP address, and D and E, it's for using the multicast and experimental. So basically in real network we are using only A, B, and C class as per requirement. So there is a range also. The A class is range 110.0.0.0, and up to 100.
128. Hello.
I'm audible? Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Yeah, 126.255.255.255.255.255. There is a slash 8. Slash 8, what does it will be does it will be does here. It will be okay. I will just write
This is the subnet marks, right?
yeah, yes, subnet one. So slash 8 what does 255.0.0.0. So it's equal to, it's a 8 subnet mask. Okay. So this is for class A.
Class A range 0 to 128, right?
Yeah, class A.
And we can identify it also between when we can showing this IP address.
Yeah, we can identify, because when we in your mind there's a number which is number class A 1.0000, and up to 126.255.255.255.
That is the subnet mask.
Yeah, that is the subnet. No, no, no. This is the range.
This is okay. Sorry.
Subnet mask is 255.255.255. Oh, sorry, for class A 0.0.0.
Right.
So there is a if we talk about the uptick, the slash, it will be slash 8. Same as it is class B. Same as it is class B. What we would change? It's a class B. Class B will start when it will be finished, because here have a 127. If we talk about 127, so 127, that range is for the loopback.
Okay.
If we talk about, okay, so did you see it? Okay, I will see the entire screen. I think there is, so you can see entire screen. So if we talk about loopback, when I type CMD, and if you ping any loopback 127.0.0.0, it will be replied, because by default it's configured. You can
Okay,
see.
loopback is already configured in each device,
Yeah,
right?
it's for reserve. This IP is reserve. So you can check any range. You can say 255.
Okay. What is loopback means what?
Loopback it's reserve. Loopback means this IP is reserved for the any network for any system. So it's a
Okay,
reserve.
it's this app is reserved. Okay,
Yeah.
it
If
means
you like, if it means you like, if you want ping anything within the range 127, you can ping. It's auto reply.
okay. Or you can ping in 126 if it is pinging or not.
No,
Just
no, 126. If you ping, you see
okay.
there is a range. Where is the range? 126 to 55.
Yes.
And if this is the range, if you want note down the range, this is a range. So same, and this is the private range for each one. So this is like use the private IP range is this class A 10.0.0.0 to up to 10.255.255.255. There is also slash 8. Slash 8 means 255 dot 255.0.0.0. This is the slash 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And second is IP version. Sorry. Second is for B, class B. So class B range is 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.
Okay.
So what will be subnet? Subnet will be slash 12. So how we write the slash 12? Okay. So slash 12, where is the range of slash 12? 255.255 dot, no, slash 12 of 240. Okay, 240.0.0. Just slash 12. And the C class, you can say 192.168.0.0 up to 192.168.255.255. The subnet mask will be 16. So 16 255.255.0.0. It's a 16. Okay. So you can note down if you want. So this is the private, and where we use these IP. So these IP for private, you can say here class A. Class A, where we use in routers. Which routers? In home router. Home router. So here we say class A. Class A IP address, IP used for private. Class A used for home router. So home router 192.168.1.1, or you can say 0.1, 0.1, like that. And for class B, it's used for office network. So this is the class C. This is the class C, right? This is the class C. Class C used for home routers. And class A used for the office network. First we say B, class B. Class B used for the cloud network or server. 170.16.0.0. Say one. And class A. Class A used for office network. 10.0.0.0.0. Okay. So this is the private. This is the private address. So private address there will be slash 16 subnet mask, subnet slash 16, and it will be 12, 12. So slash slash and slash, and it will be subnet. So it will be 8. Okay. So these are IP address used for the private. This is the private range. So range will be like this. Range will be like this. This is class A, class B, class C, and D and E. It is used for the multicast and experimental. So many protocol like IP protocol, we can see here the multicast address for EIGRP, OSPF, RIP, and other also. So there will be, we can see in routing protocol when we configure. So for example, it's subnet mask. So subnet mask, how look like and how it will be found. So a subnet mask divide how many bits are network and how many for hosts. तो example यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है for class C. This is the class C. It's an IP address 192.168.1.10. So 1.10, the subnet mask is slash 24. So it means there is a first 24 bits. This one. This one is 24 bits. It's a network. Last 2 bits is it's a host. So you can see there's a IP, usable IP, usable IP. How many usable IP? If we talk 192.168.1.0, so there is a slash 24. So slash 24 means a subnet mask where it's subnet mask slash 24 is 255.255.255.0. This is the subnet mask. Subnet. So if we talk about the IP addressing, so there is a IP addressing usable. How many? 254 hosts. So how we found? We can see the CIDR. Then CIDR is a classless inter-domain routing, and it's a usable IP 192.168.1.0 slash 25. So slash 25, how will found? Where you get the 128, and there is a 16 and 32 and 30. We'll see. So so if we talk about here, then class A class A have 255.0.0.0. This is subnet, and host like 0.0.0. This is the, we can say this is the one of IP, and it's a slash, it's a slash 8. So slash 8 means what does means? So here you can see the this one is a network. We can say this one is a network, and these three are host. These three are host, and if we say class, and how we found okay, class second we will first we just explain about how we found the network. So network will be 7 bits. Number of IP, if we talk about the number of IP, so network, so yeah, there is 2 to power, how they are using. So network is 2 to power 2 to power there's a 2 to power 7 is a minus 1 equal to 127 for the class A. So if we found host bit already told you is 24, and we can calculate. So okay, we go for the calculation. So there will be 2 to power 24 minus 2 approximately is 16 million maybe. 24 where comes to 24? 24 it's a bits. So 7 bits from the network. And if we talk about class B, the class B also this is the same as it is. The formula is the same for class A, class B, and class C. So class B also 127 2.16 0.0 anything you can say slash 16. So slash 16, then how many network there is a 2 network and 2 host. There is a 2 network and there is a 2 host. 172 dot okay slash 16 I will explain also. Slash 16 255.255.0.0.0. So this is the subnet. So if we talk about the number of host will be when we break 255 and 0 will be host, it will be subnet. Host, and this is the subnet. Subnet, what is the subnet here? Subnet will be 255.0.0 255 it's a subnet, and here talk about the host 00 00 is a host. So same formula will be taken. So it's a 2 to power 2 to power 14 minus 1 approximately 16 something. 2 to power 16 minus 2 the number of hosts you can find there. This is the formula. If you do, then I think it's 65,000 something. Usable IP. And same as it is before. Same as it is if you talk about the class C. So class C 192.168 or 0.0.0 and host 255. Host range is 223.255.255.255. Network bits, talk about the network bits. It's network bits 21. Host is 8. And the number of IP, if you talk about that, then the formula is same. 2 to power say 8 minus 2 is equal to 254. Do you understand the how to calculate the IP address? What is the formula? 2 to power 32 bits CIDR minus 2. This is the formula. So this is the equal to the power 2, 2 to power 32 minus 2. So it will be the formula. Talk about the IP address. Every device is related to communicating. We have already discussed. And class, we have already discussed the class. And IP range you can found there. And the per host, you can see this is the per host. You can per host bits minus network and broadcast. So there will be also like if we talk about the slash 30. So if I say 192.168.1.1, I want slash 30. So slash 30 means what? The usable IP is 2. And what is the IP range? IP range will be 192.168.1.1. 1.1 to 192.168.1.2. So this is the usable IP range. And broadcast will be broadcast will be 192.168.1.3. And this is the last IP address is the broadcast. So we did not use the broadcast, only we use the usable IP address. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the usable range. So if you want calculator, then you can see there is the formula. This is the formula per host subnet. So this formula when you use, then it will be, wait a minute, I will just, you can see here, if we talk about the 192.168.1.1 slash 30, right? So if we say, if we look like that, so this is my network. Okay, this is my network, then network is 1.0, right?
Hmm.
192.168.1.0. If we calculate, then there is a subnet mask
Correct.
255.255.255.252, and usable IP 1.1, and last IP is 1.2, and 3 is the broadcast. So there is the host net is 2. So
Got
you
it.
can, yeah, you can found it. So now you can understand the IP address.
Yes.
It's a basic IP addressing, and deep drive we have separate class in deep drive for the IP addressing. So we have also static IP. So today we'll discuss static IP also, and configure static IP as well. Okay, so here will be, here. So static IP, like a static IP, we will start the static IP, and here if I configure, then understandable. So what is static IP? So what is static IP? Do you know static IP? If any IP, if any IP provided by ISP, so this is called static IP. And how we do the IP, static IP routing? Static IP routing. So static IP routing is a protocol. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So static IP is static routing is a protocol. So routing process of moving packet from source to destination. Source to destination means,
One destination to another destination.
yeah, right. Correct. So there is a routers, right? And if we talk about there is a 100.0.0.1 slash 30, and there is a 100.2, there is a 200.2, and here is a 201. Okay, so connect this cable like that, like this. So now you understand, this is the IPs on this interface for this one, for this one, for this one, and for this one. So if I need to communicate to source to destination, then we need to routing. So in this scenario, if we talk about the static routing, so static routing will be provide the communication for source to destination. So router maintain the routing table. How? When we do the static for here to here and here to here, then it will be communicate each other data table like that.
Yes.
So static routing manually configure by routers. We just need to manually, like for first we define here, we tell them source to destination, and then second define to here, source and destination. Then our data will travel source to destination. Or some of the routing protocol like EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, it does not change automatically. It's used for small network and hub for default route. This one only for the small network and hub. If we have like a lots of router here, router here, router here, router here, like that, like that. So for that connectivity like this, it will be very complex, right?
Hmm.
So each one we just need to source to destination, then it's managed to very complex. So we did not use the static IP. Static IP for the limited, it's only for the when we just need to use for default or some of the small network like a 5 routers or 3 routers.
So basically, static IP used for small network, right?
Yeah, it's used for the basically used for the default and small network 2 routers or 3 routers, not a huge topology. For like
Okay.
you have a 100 router or 50 router, then you can go for the static IP. It's not right. So this is
So we
only for,
can manually configure on each devices, correct?
yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem because we just need to manually configure to each router for source to destination. We just
Yes. So we can
define,
configure. So we can configure neighbor routers, मतलब neighbors IPs in each
yeah,
devices. So we can
yeah,
communicate with
we
each
can
other,
see,
correct?
we can see in the next, we can see in the lab how can configure. I will just
Okay.
explain also and
Okay.
we check how can
Okay.
configure, how will be just it's complex. But for this static IP, it's for the default. If we just using the default routes, or for a small network like a for routers, 3 routers, 5 routers like that. Because we can configure, no problem. We can configure 100 router, but it's very complex. We just need every router. We just log in and then we just define the source to destination, and opposite side also we can go login and define the source to destination, then it will be communicate. Otherwise one side it will not communicate. So that's why it's a problem for the managing the routes.
Yes.
There's a configuration. So static IP, it send packet to next hop router at like a, this is if I want to communicate, okay, so here we will see, if I want to communicate to 100 to 200, so it will be send packet to next hop. So first we configure source to destination, we define, then it will be sending packet first here, then it will be goes to here. So always it will be send the direct static route for the next hop. Any next hop it will be defined, just need to define next hop. Without next hop it will be not reach to destination here, it will be never used. And there will also one of scenario based question when asking the interviewer, then static, what is the floating static route. So floating routes, there is a floating route also. So like a we configure here and we configure here static route, then it will be communicate. But what about if I have a one router, one more router here, okay, and we do like that and like this. So if my link will be fail, if there will be this link will be fail, then I have configured manually there, right?
Right.
Here to you can say their network also for this router 20.0.0.0/30, and here also you can say 30.0.0.0/30. Okay, so now I have first defined here to here routes and here to here routes, right? So it
Right.
will be both side communication will be happen. But what about if link will be down? Then static route you need to manually. So what does the floating static routes backup routes is a higher AD value. Dynamic protocol where it's a static, it's a AD value is one.
Static is one.
Yeah, AD value of static IP static route is a one. Administrator distance is what we call
Administratively
administrator
distance.
distance. So it's the AD value is one. So AD value is one. For the it will be take a primary, right? What about the secondary? If we need to define a secondary, then it's come to picture in floating static route. Floating static route. So like first we define 100 or for router. Okay, I will just take a name also so that you will understand.
R1, R2, R3, R4.
Yeah. So R1, R2, and here R3 and R4. R4. So what about if I have, I said IP route, I'm in R1. Okay, I'm in R1. So I say IP route for R3 200.0.0.0/30 252, and what will be next hop? For the R1 to R3, my next hop will be 100.0.0.2, right? So this AD is 1. What about if I just need to go through here to here? So we just need also same configuration R1 IP route 30.0.0.2. There is a 30 network here is configured. There is a 30.1 here. R4 interface 30.0.0.1 and 30.0.0.2. So there is a destination will be 2. Okay, on this interface. Then if I just need to reverse here, then what we'll do? We'll do 255.255.255.252, and then what will be my next hop? Next wave hop will be 20.2. Here is the
0.
configuration 20.2, right? So if I say only say 100 for AD value, so we just not define the AD, but we just define that number. So there will be, it will be the backup for R3. This will be
Okay, so
backup
you
for,
you just configured this IPs, right?
yeah.
From,
So one
yeah,
one
it
route is
means,
here, one route is here, and one route is here for. So
yes,
same
yes.
as it is, as it is one route default for like that. Then we do the next hop here, this one to 200.
Okay, so once so once R1 and R2, R1 from R1 to R2 is failed, so it's automatically goes from R1 to R4, then R3,
But we just
correct?
define, but we define the next hop here also. So
Yes.
this next hop will be defined. Then this will be located at the secondary path. This next hop and deliver to the here.
Please, yes, yes. Got it, got it.
So there is
It
a
means
main
there are the
network.
two routes. It
Yeah,
means
there
there
are
are the two routes to reach R3. From
yeah,
R1,
there,
yeah, from
R1 to
R1 to
R,
R2, then R4, R1 to R4 to
R4.
reach
Yeah,
R3. Yes.
yeah, that's it.
So we can manually configure. Okay, if R1 to R2 is down. So automatically it is coming from R1 to R4 to reach R3,
R4.
correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
So
we
we
just need to manually define to both side for desktop like that.
okay.
For R1 to desktop, R3 will be 100.
But okay, but how? Okay, my question is, once
Mhm.
R1 is down to sorry, R1 is down, R1 from R1 to R2 is down. So it means how they can identify it is down, then it can shift to from R1 to R3 to reach R3,
Yeah,
R1 to
it will be send the packet to here. If it will
yes,
be it will be failed,
yes,
then
it will be
this will be automatically will be start here sending to here.
okay,
It will be start automatically sending here to
okay,
R1 to R4 and R4 to R3.
okay,
So we just need to define the next hop manually, and here also we need to define next hop also. And for
yes,
first we configure R1, then we configure R3. R3 also configure define the next hop, this one, and here the next hop is this one for R3.
got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yes.
So static routing. What does static routing is? Routing protocol, which is the ID value is
One.
by default one. It's the higher priority will be backup as a secondary routes, which call is the static routing floating, the static
Yes.
route. Floating route, what if interviewer ask you what is the static IP? So static IP is we just manually configure to host source to destination. It will be defined the addressing by next hop. So it is the static IP used for the routing protocol. And what about the static floating? So is a floating static route will be backup route with the higher AD value than the dynamic protocol.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
So on static for we can say static routing AD is 1 up to 200 can configure.
AD also we can manually configure.
Yeah, yeah. We define the manually. We'll see. Okay, I will just open the packet tracer.
I think it. Okay.
So advantage of if we talk about the advantage of the static route, then advantage is static route is a simple for the configure in good and small network. Like we just define here source to destination, here also source to destination for router 1 to via 4 to 3 and 1 to via 3 like that. So it is good and simple configuration for the only small network, not a big and huge network. And there is a no extra CPU RAM utilization because when we see there is a many routing protocol OSPF is utilize the more processor of the routers. So it is the very less CPU and RAM will be utilized of the router, and it is the more secure. Like if you configure the statically is manually, then it will be communicate. Otherwise, it will be not communicate. Okay.
Okay.
So static route only configure manually entry in routing table. So let's see how to configure. Okay, now it's open. So I will take this series as well here to here. So if it about the 0 to 0, 0 to 0 1. So if I said I will just give I will just give private IP address, no problem. 1.1/30 1./30. So do you understand the mean of /30, or I will write the mask also 255.255.255.252. Okay. So here 2, here say 11, here 11, 2. Okay. So this interface I configure, and this interface also configure, and this will be also configure define the IP address. Here is also. So now you understand. So this is a router. We are going to use the static route. So static route. So first we just assign the IP address. Just see, go to configure terminal and do the say command IP interface. Interface, which interface? Gigabit
Ethernet 0/0/0.
0/0/0 and IP and address. So IP address, what IP address? So 10.0.0.1 255.255.255.252. Okay, no set. So no set command for the administrator will be forcefully up. And then go to second router. Here also say no. We did not. We don't want to configure manually. So enable configure terminal. Interface 0/0/0 IP address. The neighbor interface is 0/0/0 also. Okay, so 10.0.0.2 255.255.252 no set. Okay, and one more interface gig 0/0/1 IP address 11.0.0.1 255.255.252 no set. And go to here. So no, enable configure terminal. Interface gig 0/0/0 IP address 11.0.0.2 255.255.255.252 no set. So now you say it's a green interface is
Yes.
up now. If you say so IP interface brief, so you will see the gigabit ethernet and this is the IP address and it's a manually up. If you want to see the status everything, then you say so interface
Description.
gigabit, no, not description, gigabit 0/0/0. So you will found the all information here. So what is information on that? There is a MAC address of that port, and this is the IP address which is the /30 will assign that, and bandwidth also there is a bandwidth, and it's the MTU.
MQ
So
means?
some of the this is the bandwidth. Bandwidth means interface range is a 100. It's a
Yes.
1000.
And MTU.
MTU it's a maximum transmit unit. Matlab, it's mean only the packet size. They will send in the packet size is
Okay.
1500.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and it will be port status is a duplex, full duplex, which is the 1 Gbps.
Yes.
It's a 1000 Mbps. Matlab means 1 Gbps.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and port type, media type will be auto selected.
Also, sir.
If there is a some media, other media is connected, which is the in duplex is half, then it will be notified. There is the 100 Mbps and duplex is half. So you
Yes.
need
Then
both
then
sides
negotiate
configure.
it. Yes.
Yeah, so both sides configure the same, so it will be negotiated. And
It is
you,
told down.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So you will see the packet also when it will be sending the packet to each other. Here you will found the packet bits per second,
Yes.
how many packet. And if there is a some error, CRC error, like some cable is faulty or some there is a power issue in fiber power issue, then you get the error also here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the frame, how many frame is error, how many ignore, like that you can see the multicast line also. You have many more things.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now we have assigned. Then if I say ping, if I want ping 11.11.1, so it will be where we are.
Sending.
We are here in router
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Router 2 neighbor is 1.11.0.0.1. So neighbor point to point can ping without routing because it's a connected
Yes.
point to
Yes.
point.
Yes.
Okay, but if want 10.0.0.1, it will
It
be
is
ping
not
or
ping.
not?
Not.
It is not ping. Why? Because for the different network we just need to routing.
Yes.
So router what does? Router will does actually when we have a different network, it will be using the any IP protocol. It will be just communicating to different networks. So it will be provide a gateway. Gateway means it's a gate pass. So this is the gateway for the router router 0, and this is the gateway of the router 2. So if here we can routing, then it will be communicate, right?
Right.
So for static we what does? For static we define source to destination.
Destination.
So source to destination, how we define? Okay, so go to configure terminal. So IP route, and IP route for which I am here in router 2. So I want to define for the 10. So which is the network 10.0.0.1? So it will be network 10.0.0.0 and subnet mask 255.252. And what will be my next hop? Next hop will be here.
Yes.
So 11.0.0.1. It's a next hop. Okay.
Yes.
And now if I say ping, so it is pinging or not?
Pinging.
How? We just need to define both sides now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Both right.
We just define the both sides. So
Both.
there is
Yes, yes.
no ping.
Not
So
pinging.
if I go to here and say configure terminal IP route for 11.0.0.0 255.255.255.252. What will be my next hop? Next hop will be this one
Yes.
10.0.0.2. So you can see another there. I hope believe there will be ping successful.
Yes,
Now
it's ping.
successful.
Yes.
If I say debug ICMP IP ICMP, so now if I will ping, it will be getting reply. You see what it
Yes.
say? It's a receive from source to destination. So where source is 10.0.0.1 and destination will be 11.0.0.2. So every time if I will ping, then it will be reply. So
Yes.
now static IP will be done for this. So this will be easy to configure, but it's need to manually define. But it's easy to configure where only for the 2 routers, 3 routers, 5 routers for the small network. For big network, we just need to do the OSPF or ISIS protocol and BGP as well. If I say so IP route, then you have checked there's a static. It's connected by S. S means the static. Connected via
Neighbors IP.
what is the network? Network is 10.0.0.0
Yes.
slash 30 via next hop 11.0.0.1.
Yes.
So this is connected via next hop. So it always remind that the static IP using always next hop. So next hop will be defined the source to destination so that it will be work. So every time we just need to define source to destination for both side. So neighbor end and where to have a source, we define IP configuring the static IP, and if we have a destination, then destination have also we just need to configure static route. Without static routing, both sides source to destination, it's not working. If you define some like a say in source side or destination side, so you just need to both side define.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And if we say there's a more information, so IP route, then you can see all protocol name. So L means there is a L. L means is local, and C means it's a connected, direct connected, which is C,
Mm.
and S for static route, which is the static route. Its symbol for S is static route. R for RIP. If I configure the RIP, then it will be symbol my routing table R. M for mobile and B for BGP. If I configure the BGP for B. D for it's for EIGRP and EX EIGRP. For EX, if I configure external EIGRP, OSPF for O, and IA means inter area routes. So inter area routes is defined in OSPF. You can see IA, and N1 it's a for NSA internal type 1 routes. So when we configure the OSPF and define the external NSA routes, then the routes will be comes with N1. And for N2 also for external type 2 routes in OSPF, if we define the NSA external type 2 routes, then we can see the routes will be appear with N2. And if we configure ISIS, then I symbol will be same here, and it will be display the routes, which routes comes from the ISIS. And there is also the segmentation. So for L1 is the IS L1 level, and L2 for ISIS L2, and AIA AISIS intra area like a backbone area. So star will be candidate default. When we go for the BGP or we go for the any routing protocol, there will be star. It means there is a BGP configuration or some of the other routes will be apply where in BGP. And per static routes, it's a O. ODR, and P for the downloaded static routes per. And these information in packet tracer you have check, and when we use show interface we bit 0.0.0. So you means you check how many bits it send and the bit size. And if I say ping again and see, there will be change, it will be increasing. So if interviewer ask you there is a no traffic in our routers, so how can you understand there will be packet will be sending to each other? So first, if there is a no traffic network, then you can do debug IP ICMP for particular protocol. ICMP you can do. In packet tracer have a limitation, so that's why there is a no. If you say here, you can see question mark. There is a lots of protocol you will see. So for EIGRP you can debug ICMP, inspect, net, OSPF packet, many more. So you can do the debug for this. Then you can get the reply like that if you ping. And if you don't want debug, then you can see here the packet size will be increasing.
Yes.
This will be packet size will be increasing. How many packets it send, input rates it will be appear. Okay, this will be output, there is a input, so it will be appear. Okay,
Okay.
do you have any question?
No.
So today we have learned how to configure static IP. And there is a one more thing is the default route, like some of we just go for like so IP interface group. Okay, if I have a LAN network, fast Ethernet, if I say configure terminal interface give 0/0/1, and I said IP address 192.168.1.1.255.255.255.255. It's
Acha.
for /24. Okay, so what will we do if we have just need to do the configuration for the default route for LAN side? So IP route, we can say IP route, and there is a two possibility. One of the you can define the interface, and one of the you can define the default gateway. So if I say I was go for the interface, then 0/0/0/0 and gig interface, which one here already configured. So 0.0.1 we can define. So there will be you get the
Default route.
notification, it's a warning, default routes without gateway if not a point to point interface may impact performance. What does mean? It's mean if there is a not connected point to point, it will be performance impacted. Maybe in 100 packets will be sent, some of the packets are drops.
Oh,
And
yes.
one more things, if you want go for, you can configure the gateway 192.168.1.1 1.0 for network. So gateway, so there is a network will be for this interface, network will be 0 because 24 we have 24. The IP address is 254 and one is the broadcast, and I start IP address from the 192.168.1.1. So there will be network 192.168.0.0. So now if I configure, this is the best practice for point to point connectivity for the LAN side network. We just define that kind of IP route for default, but we have option like that also. But there is a possibility, there is a problem may impact performance if we configure if we we are not configuring a point to point. But if it's a point to point or it's a not point to point, it will be work properly. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So there is a basically we can define like that also, like this also, but it's for point to point. But if you want to source to destination, the best practice is like that. Do show run. So like that we can define this one IP route. this IP. Source to destination we define. It's a very secure. Without
Yeah.
source to destination, it will be not communicating anymore. But it need to both side configure source and destination both side. Okay.
Okay.
So next we will discuss EIGRP, RIP protocol, RIP, and OSPF as well. But I will just start RIP also first,
Okay.
because
Okay. No worries.
okay. So do you have any questions about static root?
No, still not. It is understood.